spring is the season of new beginnings. As temperatures rise, most of the plants across the great land of China begin to revive. One of these plants comes from the grass family, but can grow as tall as trees. It is known as one of the world's fastest growing plants. Domesticated by mankind about 10,000 years ago, it remains a most mysterious plant. The tortoiseshell bamboo is a separate species of bamboo. Each tree is an individual plant growing in a forest. But bamboo is different. There may be only one mother plant in this bamboo grove. All the other plants are just extensions of it. The secret of bamboo is hidden underground. The bamboo stems are all connected by a root system, which is the most vital part of this grove. Every bamboo stem we see is produced by the roots, which are called rhizomes. The energy converted through photosynthesis and nutrients absorbed from the soil are stored here. When autumn comes, the rhizomes start producing new buds. After sleeping away the winter, the new buds are ready to grow up into shoots as the weather becomes warmer. All they need now is heavy rainfall, which will enable these powerful new lives to break new ground. The new shoots have already formed jointed stems before they emerge. Now, each segment of their stem starts to grow taller. The energy stored in the roots is limited, so only the strongest new shoots are given the chance to grow, but there are more challenges ahead. The fate of the new shoots depends on the weather. The tough outer skin can protect the new shoots from the cold and rain, but a cold spell could still hinder their growth. If there's too much rain, their roots may drown due to lack of oxygen. The youngest new shoots are often killed by such unfavorable weather. This tortoiseshell bamboo has survived much worse weather than this, millions of times. They have learned valuable life lessons after countless failures against the weather. Today, tortoiseshell bamboo mostly lives in mountainous regions south of the Yangtze River, where cold snaps in spring are rare and short-lived. The sloping ground prevents rainwater from accumulating. A favourable environment gives some of the new shoots a head start. But the road ahead will be tough. New shoots stop growing after they reach their full height, and the energy stored in the roots is exhausted. They can grow at a staggering rate of 2 meters a day. Some bamboos can grow nearly 20 meters tall in only 50 days. The fate of the new shoots is decided within a couple of weeks. Each year, less than half the new bamboo shoots reach adulthood. The energy from their roots is running low, and new shoots that lag behind are either left to die or fated to become a plate of food for humans. Those that have managed to grow tall enough in time can enjoy their success to the full. They are established new members of the bamboo grove. Why did bamboos choose a different path from other plants in the grass family and grow to such unusual heights? Many large bamboo groves grow along the Langtung River. This is a paradise for plants. But also a brutal battlefield. Every plant has to develop their own particular skills to compete for light. Bamboos have strong culms similar to trunks of trees. And their amazing growth rates mean they can easily occupy the commanding heights of the forest and secure enough light. In places like forests, we could say that bamboo's great height gives most of its species a competitive edge over other plants. But height alone cannot ensure the survival of these new shoots. If we magnify the horizontal cross-section of a bamboo's culm 5 to 20 times under an optical microscope, we can see vascular bundles resembling Chinese plum blossom distributed evenly across the tissue. These fibrous vascular bundles make bamboo tensile, and tissues between each vascular bundle reinforces the culm. Vascular bundles have even more tensile strength towards the outer part of the column, which gives bamboo a more pronounced toughness in its most vulnerable outer layer. Vascular bundles and the tissues around them grow stronger as the new shoots grow into bamboo stems. And like reinforcing steel and concrete, they make the slender culms hard and tough. Their appearance starts to change too. New branches and leaves start to grow, signalling the bamboo's approaching adulthood and independence. At this moment, mankind intervenes. Bamboo fibre is a sought-after textile material. New branches that are just putting out leaves make an ideal source, as they are rich in fibre and are reasonably pliable and hard-wearing. Throughout the ages, mankind has developed different kinds of writing materials. Compared with bone or metal, bamboo is lighter and more easily sourced. Bamboo slips were the main writing material in China before the introduction of paper. And on them is recorded nearly 3,000 years of Chinese history. Bamboo slips also solidified the importance of writing in people's lives and facilitated the dissemination of Chinese characters. Bamboo pulp became a commonly used raw material after people had learned how to extract the bamboo fibre. People still use bamboo fibre to make paper today. After finding the ideal bamboo, the whole process is dedicated to extracting the purest fibre possible. The next step is crucial in deciding whether the bamboo pulp is qualified to be made into paper. The pulp is screened, which will determine its final destination. To make the best paper, the fibres must be distributed evenly at the optimum thickness. As the screen turns, the life of the young bamboo is frozen in time. Countless bamboo stems have been transformed into paper, a material with the capacity to carry people's thoughts and emotions. The bamboo left to grow in the groves has put out leaves. As the lightest and softest part of the bamboo, leaves are like solar panels, providing energy for the mother plant. Bamboo is an evergreen plant. Their leaves nurture them through the winter, but can also put them in grave danger. For bamboo, the real threat is not the cold, but snow. Every single snowflake that lands could be the one to place unbearable strain on the plant. This silent war happens almost every winter. And the outcome is largely unpredictable. Even if the leaves manage to last the winter, they experience a natural aging process after this attack by the wind and snow. New leaves emerge in the springtime to gently push the old foliage away. This is a crucial process in the plant's life cycle. But some greedy creatures are already eyeing the new leaves. Bamboo has as many as 20 species of grasshopper among its enemies, including yellow-spined bamboo locusts. New bamboo leaves make their first meal after hatching. And the bamboo is defenseless against those merciless insects. The bamboo locusts reach maturity after feasting on bamboo leaves. They now have the energy to find a mate. Soon after the male locusts have mated, they die. The females lay their eggs before following their partners. Although their parents have to die, their offspring will be born next year. Because of their firm relationship with bamboo, they are able to grow and multiply. Of the many species that feature bamboo on their daily menu, the most famous has to be this chubby animal. But few people realize how bamboo dramatically changed the fate of these creatures. An adult wild giant panda eats about 40 kilograms of bamboo a day over about 16 hours, which is equivalent to the amount of food that can sustain an adult man for 20 days. Giant pandas were once carnivores, and they cannot properly digest the nutrients found in bamboo, so they have to eat more to compensate for their poor digestion. Giant pandas have evolved an extra digit to help them grip and handle bamboo with dexterity. They have also developed strong masseter muscles and a thick skull, resulting in their face shape becoming much rounder. For them, eating bamboo has become as easy as biting through a cucumber. Why did giant pandas choose to become herbivores? A reasonable guess would be that they were simply forced to make do with less appetizing bamboo after surviving a tremendous environmental change. The dense bamboo groves also protect giant pandas from their enemies. Maybe bamboo is the very reason that we are still able to see giant pandas alive today. After bamboo reaches its full height, it will remain almost exactly the same throughout its life. Now it has to face the other challenges that life has in store. The winds are stronger higher up, and the height of bamboo makes it an easy target for strong winds. But the bamboo is prepared for this. As bamboo grows, the vascular bundles inside the columns are strengthened to give it greater tensile strength. The fibre-reinforced bamboo column, hollow inside and divided at intervals by nodes, is designed to bend and withstand huge environmental pressures. On windy days, each part of the bamboo stem helps resist the force of the wind. These heroic plants may be broken, but never defeated. Strong, yet incredibly flexible, bamboo has withstood countless tests over millions of years. Bamboo's hollow form and flexible properties make it an obvious choice for musical instruments. In China, there originated a flute called the chiba, one of the oldest woodwind instruments. The name literally means 1 foot 8 inches, the standard length of the instrument. The chiba was played at the imperial court of ancient China and was introduced to Japan during the Tang dynasty for use in a Zen practice called Suzen. It is still played today as a traditional Japanese musical instrument, and there are many schools of its music. But the practice died out in China. Tikasan to Sakamoto is the heir of a branch of the Mayan school of shakuhachi playing. He's been trying to revive shakuhachi playing in China for the last 2 decades. Tsukamoto advocates traditional shakuhachi playing as meditation music. In his eyes, the shakuhachi is more a symbol of Zen than a musical instrument. The making of shakuhachi instruments aims to preserve the characteristics of each individual bamboo. Just as people have different temperaments, shakuhachis vary in shape and tone they produce. The player needs to adjust their breathing accordingly to bring out the best in the instrument and connect with their soul on a deeper level. Bamboo stems are transformed into chibas by skillful hands, and the charm of the music they produce lies in their purifying and calming effects.
By practicing chiba, the player's mind gradually enters into a state of tranquility, and they can see their true self, which may be completely different from the person they first appeared to be.
Touched by the plant's fearlessness against the wind and rain, people started to see bamboo in a new light. It emerged as the subject of artworks in the Qin and Han dynasties. In the Tang and Sung dynasties, bamboo often appeared in literature and paintings and was commonly planted around people's houses as an embodiment of virtue. Its green colour became a symbol of honesty. Its straight and tensile culms a symbol of integrity. Its hollowness a symbol of modesty. And its nodes a symbol of loyalty and prudence. Since the moment they first encountered each other, bamboo and mankind have been partners, protecting each other. Bamboo's living conditions have been improved thanks to human care. And people have gained spiritual strength from bamboo. One ancient Chinese poem says, "A house without bamboo is worse than a meal without meat." Bamboo stems could be seen everywhere in the private gardens of scholars. Even today, bamboo still holds an important position in people's hearts. This ancient species of plant, domesticated by our ancestors, was first turned into daily necessities and then became the embodiment of a noble character. The strong and tensile culms enable tall bamboo to withstand the forces of wind and rain. But bamboo roots are also important in facilitating the growth of the species. Connected by its root systems, bamboo shares nutrients with each other during hard times. Its shared strength grows as the number in the colony increases. Bamboo's powerful root systems continually conquer new land for the plant. The seemingly harmless tortoiseshell bamboo has aggressive rhizomes that continually expand and claim new territory. It's like the feet of the bamboo, breaking new ground for the mother plant. Deforestation is becoming a big problem worldwide, but the territory of bamboo has actually been expanding. The rapid growth of this ambitious plant is the result of accelerated photosynthesis, which consumes carbon dioxide and benefits mankind by releasing oxygen. The development of technology has resulted in people releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere in a variety of ways, but photosynthesis is the only way to absorb and recycle this gas. Bamboo's hunger for photosynthesis makes it the perfect candidate for carbon sequestration. This resilient, commonly seen plant is acknowledged to be an important, environmentally friendly, renewable resource.
I'd say 14 centimeters. You think? Bamboo is generally thicker in this area. I think this bamboo is only about 3 years old. Maybe 2? Probably 3 years old. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Let me measure it. I'll measure this inner node.
Shi Da-yu started out as a jewelry designer, but now he specializes in designing bamboo furniture.
It's less than 25 centimeters. That one over there is longer. All parts of the bamboo plant are highly useful. Bamboo is flexible, tough, and fast-growing. Its environmentally friendly qualities make it the most promising material for the future.
Shi Da-yu decided to switch to designing bamboo furniture after he realized the potential of this plant's use as a green resource. He hopes that more people will realize the value of bamboo through his designs.
I've been exploring ways of reintroducing bamboo products into our lives. These products can be a replacement for plastic.
Bamboo products have seen a rise in popularity as more and more people start to associate them with environmental protection. As more people begin to warm to this plant, bamboo is given more space to grow and thrive. People are still exploring new ways to help bamboo reach its full potential. Bamboo continues to expand its territory to include more countries and regions. The Arashiyama bamboo grove in Japan consists mostly of tortoiseshell bamboo from China. Today, tortoiseshell bamboo has become one of the most common bamboo species in the country. Kew Gardens in England houses hundreds of bamboo species. Italy is home to the world's largest bamboo labyrinth. In these countries, bamboo is used for forestation, but its usage may be expanded as people continue to deepen their understanding of the plant. Bamboo, driven by its desire to survive and reproduce, has endured through the ages. Passing the test of nature, it has evolved from grass to the giant it is today. In addition to tortoiseshell bamboo, more than 1,500 different species of bamboo continue to thrive on our planet. Different environments have given it different appearances and characteristics. Standing at an altitude of 3,000 meters, Shenonding is dominated by ice and snow for 5 months of the year. This is the highest altitude that bamboo has conquered. This low-growing bamboo is one of the few plants that can survive the winter here. Some species of bamboo have learned to crawl their way upwards in lush rainforests, using other plants as stepping stones to get more light. The giant bamboo is one of the largest bamboo species in the world and can reach a height of more than 40 meters. A single segment of its culm is the size of a water bucket. Although bamboo varies in appearance and each species has developed its unique strength, behind its difference lies the same hardwired desire to survive and reproduce. Every effort bamboo makes to survive has a unique charm for other species and impacts on the lives of countless species connected with it. Its encounter with mankind permanently changed the fate of both species. Different species of bamboo have been crafted into new forms. It has become tools to lessen the burden of manual labor. Vehicles to help people travel. Dishes that people enjoy. And containers used in daily life. It can be a carrier of hope. And is an invisible force that helps shape Chinese culture. Of all the plants in nature, the tough and vigorous bamboo will be forever celebrated for its contribution to civilization in China. The radical for bamboo appears in more than 200 Chinese characters. Each of these characters is a reminder of all the contributions that bamboo has made to the Chinese people. However, like all other lives on Earth, bamboo has a limited lifespan, and it has a special way of saying goodbye. Although it is a fairly common plant, few people have ever seen it blossom. Flowers are celebrated for their beauty and fragrance, and bamboo blossoms are no exception. However, bamboo only blossoms once in its life, and it flowers at decade-long intervals. Seen as an extremely mysterious phenomenon, it still is impossible to predict the exact time that bamboo plants will flower. In June 2018, bamboo in a grove in Guilin was spotted flowering. All the bamboo, connected by its root system, prepares for this great event before it starts to flower. Its body gradually turns yellow. Floral buds emerge and begin to replace the leaves. The whole bamboo grove is painted yellow, with flowers hanging from the branches. These little yellow flowers are witnesses to the most glorious moment of the bamboo's life. At the same time, it also ushers the plant into the final stage of its life cycle. These flowering bamboos are marching off towards the end of their life. A mass die-off of bamboo can be disastrous for species that depend on it. Scientists have been trying to figure out the mechanism that triggers the bamboo blossom to neutralize the negative impact it can have.
In fact, many other plants die after they blossom, but we find the flowering mechanism of bamboos puzzling because they flower after such long intervals and then die. This behavior is different from any other plant.
Scientists collect and study bamboo flowers and seeds of each year, hoping to understand its flowering mechanism through modern science and technology. As bamboo flowers at infrequent intervals, their research may not yield results for decades. The scientists find themselves in a tough spot. All the studies being conducted on bamboo flowering in China still have a long way to go.
I may never have the chance to see the bamboos flower in my entire career, but I can always pass down my knowledge of them to my students.
Although we still can't predict exactly when bamboo will flower, like most other plants, bamboo flowers to reproduce, and it only has one chance to do so. When its leaves are replaced by floral buds, it loses the ability to generate energy. It is sacrificing itself for its young, who will carry on its legacy. Now the stigma inside each floret is waiting for the arrival of pollen grains. The window of time for fertilization is about 9 hours, and it only has one chance. It pins all its hopes on each wind gust and each insect passing by. This tortoiseshell bamboo has completed its mission of reproducing before autumn. The seeds must seize their chance and make full use of their opportunity to travel. But clock starts ticking when they fall from the mother plant. The seeds must find a suitable place where they can germinate as soon as possible, or they will never get the chance to grow into new bamboo plants. Having finished its task, the mother plant prepares for its final journey. It will soon return to Mother Nature with the help of a fungus. Bamboo mushrooms turn their bodies into fertilizers for the soil. Where new bamboo plants will soon begin to grow. A tortoiseshell bamboo seed germinates in about 2 weeks. Before long, it grows roots and puts out new shoots. In just over a decade, this seedling will have developed into an entire bamboo grove, just like its mother plant once did. Bamboo, in the subfamily Bambusoideae of the grass family Poaceae, has existed in the world much longer than humans. Every effort it has made to survive has benefited it, as well as supporting countless other species.